probably never believe how much I did and still do love you, baby. It's not important anymore. If you insist on staying away, I'll just learn to survive on thinking about you every day. Whoa. Woke one morning, tears in my eyes, as you had left me without a kiss or a note or goodbye. Now I've got to learn to live alone, but my heart can't take it. I guess that's why I wait by the phone for a call from you that says you need me back just as much as I need you. But I guess for the time you need to stay away, let me tell you, baby, how I'm thinking of you every day. I keep thinking about the good times we had and how we let jealousy turn all we had good into bad. Then I realized if we just try it again, our love would work it out. You be my girl, I'd be your only man. Thinking about you, girl. I'm thinking about you, girl. I'm thinking about you, girl. Thinking about you, thinking about you, girl. Used to be when I saw you in the town, I greet you with a smile, but from you all I get was a frown. But things have changed just like a revolution, baby. We talked on the phone without a fight. I think I found the solution. I've heard before, good things come to those who wait. But if you think right now's not a good time, don't you worry, 'cause I'll just wait. I'll be patient, one of a few who can survive just thinking of you. I keep thinking about all the love we made and how no other girl can love me that way. Then I realized if we just try it again, our love would work. You'd be my girl, and I'd be your only man. Thinking about you, girl. Whoa. Thinking about you, girl. I'm thinking about you, girl. Thinking about you, thinking about you, girl. Still have your picture, and I look at it every day. I really don't know why, girl, when all the thing does is drive me crazy. But I've dealt with pain before, to me it's nothing new. And I'm sure you can testify how this pain has somehow hurt you too. I'm so sorry for all the tears and pain. I did and said a lot of things that make me feel really ashamed. But I was young back then, didn't know that I was wrong. But I've grown to be the man you wanted. That other young punk is dead and gone. I keep thinking just how wonderful you were to keep on trying, even though I broke your heart, baby. But listen, girl, my love was always true. You probably don't believe it, but I did, and I do love you. Thinking about you, girl. Thinking about you, girl. Listen to me, thinking about you, girl. Thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you, girl. Gonna think of you, thinking about you, girl. Oh, baby, listen, thinking about you, girl. Thinking about you, thinking about you, baby. About you, girl. Only you, baby. Thinking about you, girl. Guess you don't know how much you make me happy.
What's up, Twitch? Happy Friday to y'all. This is, this Freeform Friday. And, I got a very special pre-recorded interview with y'all today, or for y'all today. Whew, your boy done had a very inspiring day, so gotta bear with me. I hope y'all are doing well out there. I hope y'all's Friday is shaping up real nice. I hope you're getting lots of good sun. And feel free to lurk your heart out today, okay? So like the title says, I have a pre-recorded interview with Mike Meezy, also known as Mike Marshall, the lead singer. Actually, he was the singer of the song that I was just playing right there. In fact, let me run that back for y'all real quick. Let me run that back to the beginning for y'all, just in case y'all don't know who that is or whatever. What's up, Captain Earlobes? Thanks for tuning in today, man. Man, that Iowa sun isn't no joke, man, but it ain't got shit on that Colorado sun, man. That's like a hot needle over your head. How you doing today, man? How's life treating you out there in Iowa? Thanks for tuning in, by the way.
If you insist on staying away,
shout out to all y'all,
I'll just learn to survive.
I'm doing good, man.
Every day.
Again, I'm excited about going to Illinois this weekend, checking out the legal weed scene over there. I'm excited to show y'all this interview that I did today. I'm just gonna show y'all the raw interview, uncut, unedited. What's up with you, Captain Earlobes? How's life treating you today, man? You've been getting some sun. I'm also really excited too, cause a lot of the seeds that I planted are starting to sprout, man. And not cannabis seeds, but vegetable seeds, man. Yeah, the legal part about Iowa, man, we're gonna get into that another time, man. I try not to think too much about that, just because I've had plenty of opportunities to be stoned and smoke plenty of weed and burn in public and stuff. So, it is what it is. And it's not as bad as it is in Texas, you know what I mean? I mean, you get a misdemeanor here for any amount of cannabis. So that means if you got an eighth or if you got 10 pounds, you're gonna get a misdemeanor. I guess with 10 pounds, they probably would be able to establish your intention as being more than personal, especially if you're not a patient or whatever, right? But yeah, I'm always down to connect with other stoners and hear their stories, the local stories of what the stoner scene is like out there for y'all. Man, the pros and the cons. Let's talk about the pros and the cons a little bit. I'm a little hesitant to openly talk about the pros, but because I don't want everybody to come here, you know what I'm saying, trying to stay here and shit. But the pros, the biggest pro for me, man, is that it's cheap as hell to be here, man. This shit remind me of the 90s, man. Like, I ain't seen no apartments. Now, Captain Earlobes, don't say exactly what city we in, okay? But I ain't seen rent so cheap, man, since I was a little boy. I had to at least be in my 20s, man. I'm 45 now, man, and this rent here is so cheap, man. I heard somebody tell me too that the insurance rates here are low as well. Just the general cost of living, man, is cheap, man. So for those of us who are seeking to establish stability in our lives, that I consider this to be a perfect place, provided you don't get caught with some weed in your pocket. So the con, now that I've gone over that, so the biggest con, I believe, or one of them, Uh, yeah, it's a little. I can feel the racism. Uh, I can feel in some cases the hate uh, and contempt for people like who look like myself. But I also, yeah, I don't want to. I'm just gonna stick with the cons. So the other con is obviously the cannabis situation. Flowers are non-existent. You can't. In fact, I was burning some CBD in the yard one day, man, and the neighbor was laying in his yard, man, looking at me like I was crazy. You know what I mean? For a second there, I was feeling like I was in California and shit. You know what I mean? Until the neighbor was looking at me like I was crazy, man. So yeah, on your first offense, you get a misdemeanor, $500 fine, and you're looking at six months in jail. Of course, most likely you can plead out to probation. Then your second offense, they double everything. So it's $1,000 fine, and it's a year in the pokey. And I don't know about you, man, but I ain't trying to go to the pokey for any amount of time. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah. Anyways, man, enough about all that. Yeah, hate, man. Hate sucks, bro. But there's more good people here than bad for sure, man. I can feel the good vibes all around me, man. I feel it all around me, man. You see the smile, right? You see the smile, man. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. So, real quick, I want to give a shout out to some of our new followers. I want to give a shout out to Kerry Higgins. You know I want to give a shout out to Jay Blue Tape. You dig? Uh, and whoever else is out there. Oh yeah, Cam Ross. What's up with the guy? Shout out to Spring Farms for rocking with your boy for over 20 years now. Shout out to, I gotta give a shout out to Murdoch Media, man. What's up for facilitating all of this right here? You dig? Even for putting me up on game on the Iowa tip and everything, inviting me to come here, opening up the space to me and all of my woes and just simply being there for the guy, you dig? It's really important for y'all to be establishing actual friendships and relationships out there and not just things that pertain to your lane, so to speak, if I'm making any sense. I'm sorry about the drop frames. I forgot to kick down the resolution. If that would make any difference, but I doubt if that would make any difference. I'm trying to get us out the red right now. But let's yeah, man. I ain't trying to go to the slammer ever, man, ever. I spent 12 years on the run just to not go to the pokey. You know what I mean? So that means I spent my whole 20s, man, from the time I was 18 all the way to the time I was 28, running from the law, man. We was just talking about that shit today. That's how bad I ain't trying to go to the pokey. You dig? But yeah, let's get down. Let's get to the business of why I'm up in here today, man. Let me know. You ready? You ready to watch this video? Y'all ready to see this video? So Mike Marshall, just so y'all know, I'm gonna give you a little backstory on Mike. So Mike Marshall is considered the soul of the Bay, and so I'm not sure if y'all ever heard Timex Social Club. Look at all these. You know what? Actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and give y'all a look. I don't know if Twitch is gonna give me some grief over this, but we gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit of it. Let me type it in real quick. So this song is the song that most people know Mike Marshall for. It sound familiar to y'all? Yeah, man, I ain't got no wife and kids. Congratulations that's the song that most people know Mike Marshall for right there, right? Now, here's another song that you probably is really popular that you don't know Mike Marshall for singing on it. I can't play the whole damn song, obviously, because I ain't trying to get a copyright strike, right? I'm still new on this here affiliate program. This sound familiar to anybody out there?
Creep on in, on in, on
That's Mike Marshall singing right there. The lead in.
See, I'm riding high, high. Whoa. Kinda broke the city.
Oh man, what's going on with the stream?
Player, give me some brew and I might just chill. But I'm the type that like to light another joint like my chest like King. Let my friend hit bit, unless you pull out the fat crispy $5 bill on the real before it's history. Cause fools be having them vacuum lungs, and if you let them hit it for free, you hella dumb. I come to school with a Taylor on my earlobe, avoiding all the flick teasers, skeezers, and weirdos that be throwing off the land like where the bomb at. Give me $2, you take a puff and pass my bomb back. Suck up the dank like a slurp.
I can't afford that copyright strike right now. Okay, so but Mike Marshall is the person who sang the actual chorus on I Got Five on it. I got five on it. That's Mike Marshall, man. So the trick with Mike Marshall is that clearly, man, he is very influential in our generation and for stoners. But my dude don't get the recognition and credit that he deserve, okay? So let me go ahead and get right into this interview. All right. So here's the interview with him. So let me know if y'all can hear him. So yeah, we're recording. Hear it. Oh man, I'm having a little snafu here. 1 second.
Okay.
Captain Earlobes, man, let me know if you can hear this. Let me know if you can hear the recording. Alrighty. So everything should be proper now. Just let me do my intro and then we can get it going. So here we go. What's up, Ken? I can't hear me. I can't hear it at all. Welcome to Freeform Friday here at the Green Scene TV, exclusively on Twitch. Today's prolific guest, the soul of the Bay, reminds me of the days before rap. I remember riding in my mother's 75 Monte Carlo, and rumors would come on the radio, and we would rock the shit out of that big old car from snapping our fingers with excitement. Fast forward to the late 90s, and boom, a stoner anthem, Got Five on it, hits the airwaves, and little did I make the connection until about 7 years ago. Today's guest, Michael Marshall. He's been with us since our youth, and I'd like to give him his proverbial flowers while he's here. Mike, thanks again for joining us today for Freeform Friday. Let's get right to it. This is notably the biggest interview of my 11-year career in the sense that your musical influences have been with us since our youth. For those who don't know, fill us in on your lengthy career. Where did it start for you musically? Like the first time you knew.
Okay. First, thanks for having me on, and I appreciate it. And thanks for the flowers. I like this concept. So I started singing in church, around 5 years old, and I played trumpet and trombone in elementary school. Then in junior high, I started doing talent shows, and then right after high school, I had the opportunity to do that song "Rumors."
All right, word,
And
word.
then 10 years after
Yeah, I
that,
can't
I
hear on my end for whatever
partnered up
reason. I'm
with
gonna try to see
Tone
if I can work
Capone,
it out.
Anthony Gilmore, and then we did I Got Five on it for the Loonies, and we're here now.
Yeah, you. So the thing outside of your triumphs in the game, one of the things that has about you that's really intriguing is the fact that you have been with us from the days of like funk all the way on to now, where it's like you know, like in the case of the Loonies, your sound, man, it spans a whole lifetime for some of us.
Yes, I'm blessed in that sense. But I think that in my case, I got lucky in the sense the second song, I Got Five on it, was actually a melody from the era of Rumors. So it was something that I had written, that melody. Uh, so, I could really express myself over the track like Rumors because I've been hearing it for so long. Me and my buddy Marcus fooling around with that melody for Rumors that, by the time we recorded it, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And the same with I Got Five on it. The original music that they're using for I Got Five on is from a song called Why You Treat Me So Bad, which is from a song by me called Thinking About You. So I was excited about performing over that melody, whereas I didn't get a chance back in the 80s. In the 90s, Tom Capone gave me an opportunity to sing over the Why You Treat Me So Bad melody, and I got to do my thing. And Yuck and Numb had a great basic melody for it, and I just enhanced it and gave it a repeatable cadence, and it worked. So
Right.
I think I got lucky in that sense.
Well, it sounds like you've been blessed in a lot of senses, but we're gonna get into that here in a bit. But you mentioned the song "Thinking About You." That song is actually, after doing some research on you, uh, that actually is my favorite song that is accessible to us out there of yours.
Thanks. Thank you. And, all my music's accessible now. I'm not sure if you know of all the places to go, but everything that I've ever done is now out there.
I mostly did a YouTube search, and I just saw like Timex Social Club, and then I saw some of your newer stuff. I think I saw one of your videos that you made where you sung out your whole career, your musical career. I forget the name of the track actually, but
Who is he?
yes, that's it. Yes, that's where you mentioned being the soul of the Bay.
hmm hmm And then there's an album called Soul of the Bay, uh, one of seven that I've done since 2004.
Okay, so you want to let us know where we can find your music out there?
Yeah, YouTube is just for videos. So if you want to find my stuff, you have to use Michael Marshall and Mike Meezy. Um, when I first returned back to music in 2000s, I was going by Mike Meezy. So there's a lot of stuff under Mike Meezy and Mike Marshall. But you can go to michaelmarshallusa.com, and there's a link to all the places where my music is on Apple, all the different outlets, streaming and physical.
Okay. Yeah, y'all be sure to go check them out, man. I'm gonna go check out all your stuff after this interview. Um, so you mentioned where it all started for you musically. So is it safe to presume that you are a Bay Area native?
Yeah, I'm from Berkeley.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which part of Berkeley?
I grew up on Grove and Ashby, so North Berkeley. No, South Berkeley.
Okay. Yeah. Berkeley is one of my favorite places in the Bay. So what would you consider out of all the years of making music? What would you consider your biggest musical triumph? Triumph, excuse me.
Um, doing my own executive producing, picking songs, producers, directions, uh, and just doing it all. So that all came after the 2000s, around 2005, with a project called, well, it is Solo Debate, but right before that, there was a project called Love, Lies, and Life. And I was a co-executive producer on that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my biggest triumph of it, for me, as far as I'm concerned.
Right, right. So let's talk a little bit about your love of cannabis. So I'm your friend on YouTube, or excuse me, on Facebook, and so I see a lot of photos. Um, let us know how what that relationship is like for you.
So in 2004, I went into rehab for drug recovery, and I used marijuana as a tool to help with cravings
Man, y'all, what's
and
up,
getting
dude?
my
What's
first
up,
30 days in.
Jay? Hey, I'm just gonna stop this for a second, man, and give a shout out to Jay for coming over here with the player ass raid and everything. What's up, y'all? What's up, Andre the Loving Legend, man? Thanks for the bits. Thanks for the biddies. You know what I'm saying? So we in the middle of this here interview with Mike Meezy. I recorded this earlier. Um, so just so y'all know, Mike Meezy is the singer of not just not just this song. Oh shit, Jay, what's up with the damn with the 100 biddies, man? What's up? Thanks for the 100 biddies, man. That's all love, man. All love. Man, y'all make me feel like family right now. You dig? So this was a pre-recorded interview with Mike Meezy. I did it a few hours ago. Mike Meezy is the singer of "I Got Five on It." He didn't just sing "I Got Five on It," but he sang a bunch of other stuff as well that he, sometimes don't get credit for. But I'm gonna get on to the interview, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for the biddies. But let's get to it.
And so I brought into a lifestyle, revenue stream, and just a really good way to keep myself sane. So I started as a trimmer, just sit there for hours and do repetitious kind of work. And that helped the days go by in my first 30 days of recovery. And parlayed that into growing a couple of plants with a buddy who was showing me how to do it up there. Parlayed that into sharecropping. Then I got myself a place up there, and then I started
Man, thanks
growing
for the follow, Token
full time.
Squirrel. Hey,
And
y'all,
so you
thanks
can
for all the love today, for
see,
reals. It's been y'all making this day like even better. Like I've been having a good day, but when I think we lost you, y'all making it even better today, man.
you can't hear me? Hello?
I can hear you now.
Hello. Okay. I was talking about, yeah, you can find some of that stuff on IG more than Facebook under the hashtag of I love my garden 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, all the way up to now.
Okay, so you mentioned overcoming drug addiction, and I also from your music, I also realized that, or I got the impression that some of what you went through was based on feeling, your sadness surrounding not getting what you deserve from the music industry. Um, for our viewers out there who are struggling with their emotions, um, what do you have any tips to share with them?
Yeah, don't waste a lot of time on the anger and the revenge aspect of things. Um, Try to get to a place where you forgive and move on. Because I think there's a saying about anger doesn't really hurt the person that you're angry with. It hurts you. And I think there's another one that's basically saying, they whether or not they know you're angry at them or not, it doesn't affect their everyday life. Unless you know, in some street kind of bullshit, and he know you looking for him, and I'm not talking about that kind of shit. Even if I am, but if you're not going that direction, it doesn't affect them as much as it affects you. So you should.
Man, I have y'all know one crucial thing about this interview, man, is that dude had me like on the edge of tears, man. And it's not because it's like the biggest interview of my career. It's because of the things that he shared, man. He was so open and humble, right, about his past and his struggles. Well, let me get back to it.
Try to move on. I'm not going to be the one to say you got to move on, because shit is hard. But if you can find something else to latch onto so that you can let that go and forgive them, then it'll be better in the long run, health wise, your mentality, and your money. You'll waste a lot of time on that. It's human nature to be vengeful and try to eye for an eye type shit. But it takes a lot of energy, and that's you got to deal with karma and all that.
Right, right. Yeah, I definitely can relate to all of that. And yeah, anger is definitely a poison. But
Yeah,
sometimes
exactly.
it's hard. I'm sure you can relate to this aspect of it, that it's a process to let go of.
Yeah, and as soon as you start it, the more use you can have without that being all hanging over your head.
Exactly. Um, so so one thing about you is that you remind me a lot of myself, in the sense that you're like like a low key, humble powerhouse with a building legacy. That last part was for me. For the viewers out there, what does it feel like to have such a long legacy? I wasn't even a teen yet when rumors came out, for instance.
It feels, you know, like I accomplished something. Uh, got a lot of years in it, and it's the only thing that I've done that long, second to marijuana, growing weed. So yeah, I'm proud of it. It's who I am. Like you say, that I got 500 is the marijuana anthem. That's for forever, God willing. I don't know if you can have a better melody, cadence, tempo, and theme than I got 500.
Yeah, I got five on it. And it still is today, man. Is like defining, very defining on the cannabis scene. Even as it
Yeah,
ages, it's still just as defining as it was the first time I heard it.
thank you.
Um, you talked a little bit about hard drug addiction. Can you talk to us, or walk us through your process for getting healthy besides using cannabis?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
So you touched earlier on overcoming hard drug addiction. Can you
Uh-huh.
talk us through the process for getting healthy?
You got to get some help, get information. So what worked for me was finding out the scientific aspect of it. For years I had already heard the street black community misinformed, based in religion take on it. But to hear the scientific take on it made it something that I felt that I could work on and overcome. Because before that, it just seemed like I just was one of the quote unquote weak ones who just couldn't do drugs, or you was going to be in a real bad situation. Like all the movies and the songs and all that shit. I was doing this in the '80s, so there was a lot of propaganda about drug use around heroin. Cocaine was being glamorized, and I was doing crack. So it hadn't become such a bad statement when I was doing it. But I think I got away from what we were talking. Oh yeah, uh, find some way to get help, and like I said, the scientific part helped me. But the tools were the thing that really got me through it. The things that you can do every day to help you with the cravings, because that was the hard thing. Because again, it is a chemical thing, and your body is trying to feel better. That's a natural thing the body will want to do. It doesn't want to feel bad, so they can find a way to not feel bad towards that. But that lasts for 29 days. So after that, it's all about not going back. So like I say, the tools that you use, gratitude, having faith in a higher power. Clearly, wasn't strong enough to beat that on my own. So power to lean on when it seems like I can't or couldn't uh, just say no to it. When I got 16 years old, I'm still it's still one day at a time, but I'm not going back. So I'm just using the tools, staying out of the way. People, places, and things. It's the tools. That's what worked for me, and that's what I suggest for anyone who's trying to get some help.
Yeah, man. I definitely admire your sincerity and your ability to stay grounded and humble through all of this, considering who you are to the Bay Area and the Bay Area sound. I just want to put that out there. Um, so for me, I consider one of your greatest triumphs to be you regaining your royalties back after all those years. You want to talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So business part of music is super super important, and from an administrative aspect, uh, an administrative point of view, it could seem overbearing, but it's not really. You can get some help. You'd be surprised uh, the people in your circle who would be willing to help you with that. But I wasn't doing that in the beginning because I wasn't aware of all that. So I didn't get the publishing for Rumors. So when it came to I got five on it, I wanted to make sure that that didn't happen again. So kind of fought for that and I got it. But I was in my addiction and I had actually forgot about that paperwork. Once it was made clear to me that the group was going to go and promote this record without me. They weren't interested in what I was trying to do. I was trying to let the world know I was still around by using a melody that they were familiar with that had to do with me. And that's the way that I had talked with the powers that be about going about even doing the project. We were going to let them know that the original music is from Thinking About You, which is a song from me that Club Nouveau copied, just like they copied Rumors for the song Jealousy. And, I was going to use that as an opportunity to get even. We were talking about that just earlier. And so when that wasn't going my way, I kind of sunk into my addiction and just like, fuck you all. And basically, fuck me. I was trying to kill myself, so it was fuck me too. So, yeah, so that I can see how you can look at that as a triumph, but that's just money. Having the ability to control my music and not have to stress over negotiating for my publishing percentage and all that. And I'm a fair person, so it really wouldn't be an argument because everybody would get an equal split. That's how it's always worked for me. I've never had problems with sampling songs, covering songs, redoing songs because I always include the publishers as an equal share publisher and writer on the track that I'm doing. Haven't got pushed back one time. And when you go back and look into my catalog, like I say, you go to michaelmarshallusa.com, you'll see some covers in there you'll be surprised about.
Okay. I find it to be really interesting that you brought up the fact that regaining your publishing right or your publishing funds. That's just money. Uh, but to you want more. You're like a true artist in the sense that you want to retain your control over your art. Um, you know, my generation and beyond, many of us have been taught that it's all about the money.
Well, I understand that, and I'm not disputing that, but what we don't realize, there's levels to this shit. So the little money that they're giving us, that they're referring to when you say that, oh, I'd rather have my paper, my bag. That bag is so small compared to what the bag could look like if you have your publishing, bro. There's power in that. I see now the Us movie. There'd be no Us movie if they had not agreed my terms. They had already did it with everyone else and did not know that I was a holder of 10%. That's a big deal. It's a huge deal. That's power. Not in a litigious way. I didn't, you didn't have to get to that. Once they knew I was there, it was all good. But the fact that that happened, that's power. That feels way better than a check for 400, 500, a million. That because that should go. I mean, realistically, bro, how old are you?
I'm 45.
Man, when you get to 50, sit back and think about it. You've already made and spent more than $1 million. So this whole thing about you've already got it. But do you have it so that you can hold on to it? That's where the power is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm a little speechless.
Man, mega love to you,
I'm
Andre the
slightly
Loving
speechless
Legend,
just
man.
because, I mean, we don't really get the,
Grinny man love you big
we
time,
usually
man. Take
don't
a
get to
fat dab
raise
for
up
me,
the
man.
curtain and see behind the veil like this, or we don't have our artistic elders sharing openly these life lessons with us in this manner. It usually comes in the form of like a, street, dressed up in a street attire, if you will.
Right. Hmm.
Um,
And I'll take your focus away because you're kind of focusing on that. I mean, because you let people tell it, man, Jay-Z's, he giving us game. Jay-Z afraid if he give you real game, one of y'all gonna come take his slot because he's getting older. It's time for the next generation. So he's not gonna ever give y'all all the information. This information wasn't given to me. I had to go get it because they don't want us to know it. It's a little it's a fraternity of the people who have money. First it was the white people doing it and didn't want us to know. And then when we start dominating in Tulsa and showing them that we didn't really need them and we can do it ourselves, first of all, they killed us, shut that all down, and never made that popular again to spread the wealth. Because letting people know that
Wait, man, are y'all as hype on this interview as I am? Y'all feeling this shit as much as me, man? Cause I'm telling you, this interview is probably the most powerful interview I've ever done. So let me know in the chat. Is y'all feeling this shit as much as I am, or am I tripping? Do y'all feel as blessed as I feel on the fact that our artistic elder has taken out the time to share game with us, man? Come on now. Come on now. All right, I'm gonna get back to it. All right, yeah, man. Andre the Loving Legend, man. Thanks for tuning in today, dude. I hope you getting some nuggets, some knowledge, some love from this.
you know how to get money, you can die for that. So that fear over generations and generations and generation, now you take it to the street where you got that extra shit where you're not really protected and everybody's right next to you. So if everybody know you got money and how you get money, first they're going to try to emulate it, which is going to short your money. And you thinking that that's all the way you can get money. So shortening it is going to stress you out. And then the other way is that you have money and somebody else want to come get it. White boys get their shit in the bank. They're not worried about somebody coming to get it, but the tax man.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
just all wrapped up in a bunch of old bullshit.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest lessons I had to learn in the Bay Area, man, is to unravel the street aspect of it. That was like the first part of it, to unravel that first, and then the real lessons of it all become very apparent.
Yeah. Get out of
Um,
the click aspects of it and it'll all start to make sense.
yes, exactly. Uh, So, I mean, I know you just shared a lot of nuggets for up and coming artists, but do you have anything you would like to directly share with up and coming artists?
Yes. Well, maybe I said it already in passing, but You got to understand the equation of how publishing works. And I suffered from ADHD when I was younger and it was undiagnosed. So I had an issue of fully comprehending from reading, but I could get it from hearing it and then implementing it. So I was never allowed to fully understand that and implement it by filling out my own forms and going through that process and then figuring out that math of the writers and mechanical royalty splits and how that works. Just look into that, understand it, and get your own take of it. Don't listen to what the magazines are saying, these artists are saying. Just do your own thinking, and you see what you think is fair, and then do it that way. And then we can build something where things can be better. But right now, there's a whole thing of companies take such a huge percentage and leave you such a small percentage of publishing to fight with everybody else who's been involved. And now everybody involved with something deserves a piece. But if your piece is so small and you have to take care of everybody out of that small piece, that 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 will breed resentment and greed. So first of all, you got to understand the equation. The record company does not deserve that. And don't let these OGs and even some of these young people who study what the OGs did, don't let them tell you that that's how it's supposed to be. Because you have the ability to do this and make revenue streams without a record label, you can just say fuck you. You either gonna take this little piece and become a partner, and which the little piece is equal. I mean, it's fair, or you gonna miss out on the whole thing. Now, back in the day, to say that to them, they had the power to sabotage your shit. They don't have it like that for this streaming shit, bro. You can go out and do your own thing. And the other thing is, just learn how to do all of it so you don't need middlemen. Middlemen take little pieces of your money. You're going to have your manager and your agent. I'm not going to even go into what my opinions about all that is, but that's already an established standard number that you got to give away. But then you get all these other middlemen. Oh, I can get you the best distribution. I can get your streaming numbers up. I'm talking about people who aren't established because they're going to get this uh, pitch from middlemen for the little goofy shit that I'm talking about. Whereas big names, they don't do that. That's all in what they started to do with the whole plan because that's how it works. And no, they might not know how to do it, but they've hired someone who can. And that might be the difference. That you got a little capital that you can hire someone who can. But there are all kind of people who do this is like standard math type accounting type shit that people can understand. It can be implemented. You can do it. You do not have to have all these middlemen, bro. You don't have to chip your money away to get plays and get spins and get on shows. Don't buy to get on shows, bro. If you're not good enough to get a show, then don't buy to get on the show. And you can go practice at the house. You can practice at your own parties and at bars and all that. You don't need to pay to play. You don't, man. That's that old school shit. And if any of these rappers that you like and got respect for is challenging, if that's the thing to do, you got to rethink if they really somebody you should be listening to.
Yeah, that's the realest. That's that's the best game I've heard in a long time, man. Like openly. That's usually something that people say behind the scenes, you know. So
They're afraid of pushback.
let's talk let's talk inspiration and staying inspired. So your career is about 30 35 years in the game. Tell
Yeah.
us tell us some of the tools that you have used to stay inspired even when it seemed like your chips were all the way down.
Hmm. I think the reason I've stayed inspired is my
Hey, cheers to you, Andre, man. Cheers to all y'all for tuning in today, man. Thanks for rocking with me this Friday. Y'all making me shine and glisten and things. Y'all making all the trouble that I went through to stay on top of this interview, man, worth it. It's taken me a month to follow up and keep following up and keep following up with him for various reasons. But yeah, man, cheers to all y'all, dude. Hey, Andre, man, I'm over here doing a big heart for you, man. Hold up, let me switch the scene so you can see me. Yeah, buddy, this you, man. That's for you, man. All right, let's get back to. Oh shit, I fucked up.
Emulated, which is going to short your money, and you thinking that that's all the way you can get money. So shortening it is going to stress you out. And the other way is that you have is my musical partnerships. Working with my buddy Quipto from San Francisco, from the legendary San Francisco group Pioneers of Board Stiff. He keeps me going because there are times when I'm not with it, wanted to retire, all that kind of shit. And he keeps calling me to do shit, and then I'm right in there, and then I feel like I'm missing out on shit that he's doing. So yeah, I think it's him because I would have given up on this a long time ago. Because
So
there was a point where I wasn't feeling it was generating any money, but to learn that new game of sync licensing, which is when you get your music in movies, TV commercials, and TV shows and shit like that. When the X movie came out, that was a whole new introduction of monetary, how to monetize my publishing. So yeah, I forget how I got into that. What we were talking about before that, but I hope I answered the question.
man, shout out to Equipto. Shout out to
Oh yeah,
Slapmaster. Slapmaster
yes.
he was inspired me to check you out, and he was the one who pointed me to who you were, and I was like, oh dang, like this is a whole lane that I'm missing, you know.
Shouts out to them. Then I appreciate that.
Yeah, shout out to Vallejo, all that. So is there anything that I haven't covered that you'd like to talk about I before I shut this down?
Um, no, I mean, in the past, I probably would have wanted to rant about somebody, something, or some place in the music industry, but man, I'm cool on that. I think the other information I gave was more will be worth more than this other stuff. Just take the stuff I said, guys, and just kind of research it and find out about those equations, how publishing splits, both writers and mechanical royalty splits work, and who historically they've been giving that money to and why. And then, set your shit up accordingly, what you think is fair, and move forward like that. And always deal with the legal paperwork of it. Don't get caught up in, I got to do this right now, but I don't want to ask them about the publishing and the paperwork. They might not want to do it with me. Bruh, it is worth dealing with whatever their pushback is when you ask about it than what it's going to be later when they're not giving you what you deserve and you're mad. Imagine the two difference between those two emotions. Which one do you want to deal with? Him right there being mad about it and you can still say no, and he wants you, so you have a position to negotiate, or after it's out and he's got the money in his hand and you're trying to get your portion. I'd rather start right there from the beginning.
Yeah, yeah, that's that again. That's some really real game. I did skip a question here, and I did want to ask you about this. So, how did the iconic Got Five on It happen? Were you just walking down Telegraph and boom, it just happened?
Again, John Paul was working with those young guys.
Hold on, we having an audio issue. Your audio sounds hollow.
Okay, I'm back. What about now?
It's still it's still hollow. We'll just go with it. It's fine.
Test, test, 1, 2. What about now?
It's a little better, getting better.
I was working with John Capone, and he was working with those guys. So when they came in and had the idea of sampling that song by Club Nouveau, "Why You Treat Me So Bad," uh, I was me and John were already trying to figure out how to be able to do things, but I have to pay sample wise and all that kind of stuff. Because at that time, there's a lot of stories out about guys who had to pay a lot after they used a sample and they write a label, print it up, and put it out, and then it was too late. So now you don't have no position to negotiate, so you got to pay whatever they want. So everybody was scared. but the song was mine. So this is what I came to the situation telling him. I was like, why you treat so bad as mine? And Tony, you know the story. That is my song. So it's like, okay, so we all decided, why don't we just replay it and then you sing on it? I was like, okay, what am I going to sing? He said, oh, the kids got this hook they wanted to. So I came over one day after he had worked out the track and did all the things that he put into it, and I played me and One Drop Scott played on it and all that. The kids introduced me to that hook. I got five on it, and then there was some other things that was being said between each. I got five on it kind of thing. So I helped them shore that up and make it crack with my energy, and yeah, that's how that happened. Shouts out to Tom Capone, Yuck and Numb.
Man, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to yourself, man. You,
Thank you, sir.
you the real MVP here, man. Like out of all the rappers I've interviewed, all the artists who I've had contact with over these past 11 years, your story is the most poignant and it resonates the most with me. I mean, I'm not taking anything from any of the other artists out there, but the fact that I'm just recognizing the fact that your musicianship has been with me and us, all of us, if we're paying attention, since since we were kids. Some of us since before we were kids, and now many of the this generation, you've been with us since before many of them were born, and your musical stylings are still around, and you're still here to talk to us about your legacy. So that's really important to me.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk about it.
So I want to thank you for a lifetime of inspiration, and thank you for sticking around so that we can give you your roses.
Yeah,
And
thank you, man. That's real. I'm trying to stick around as long as I can, man.
man, please your continue to share your knowledge with the youth out there and these upcoming artists. I mean, even I have my own personal takeaways from this conversation today. Even though I don't make music, but that it applies. What you're talking about applies to what I do as well.
Mm-hmm. That's real.
Um, and I look forward to hearing more of your music in the future, and I look forward to seeing you enjoy your older years in a proper manner. You deserve it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you more, man. Thank you very much for joining us today.
All good. Go find that music, y'all.
Yeah,
Look for the new one with me and E40.
tell them where we can find your music again.
MichaelMarshallUSA.com. And I'm on IG and Twitter under the Mike Marshall. TheMikeMeezy.
All righty, man. I'm gonna play some of your songs when I broadcast this live. I'm gonna play a few of your tracks on there if that's cool.
That's all good. Which one you gonna play?
I'm definitely gonna play "Thinking About You." Uh, I'm gonna play "Rumors" since "Rumors" seems most people their ears seems to be most attached to that song. And then I'm gonna play some of your newer stuff too, like the one where you're talking about how you're the soul of the Bay and
Who is
everything.
he? Mm-hmm.
Yes, who is he? And what's cold about that song is that your career has been so illustrious. Yet many of us, including myself, I spent a long time being like, who is he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. That's why I wrote the song. Because nobody knew who I was and didn't even know who the name of the guy singing I Got Five on It, which is why I was mad. Because I was like, well, so you guys ain't going to help me introduce myself to this audience again? I thought that's what the thing was. And it was like, nah. And then they started going out and doing it without me. Hence, that's why every show, the audience only knows to do, I got five on it, bitch. And they just make noise until the next I Got Five when it comes. You know? they don't get to really enjoy the singing thing because I got a chance to perform with you once in Sweden. That was the first time. I was excited. They couldn't really hear me sing because that's I was singing. They were just making noise over it because they didn't really know who I was.
Oh yeah, you know what? Speaking of the chorus from "I Got Five on It," the way we connected was that because I didn't know the words to I didn't know all the words to I got to the chorus of "I Got Five on It." Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. And people rarely ask that. They rarely ask. They just say whatever they want.
Well, I always get stumped at the part where it says, I think it's in my mind, I think it says, grab your four, let's get keyed.
Yeah, you almost there, but it's the 40 or the 40.
Oh,
Grab your 40, let's get key.
I got five on it. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
You're going to make me want to go burn one.
Of course, that's what the whole idea is about. That's why it's the smoker's anthem.
Dude, I've been smoking to that song since I was 18. So that's in the 90s, you know. So
Yep. Yep. 95.
yeah, that was the year after I was supposed to graduate from high school. So this is super nostalgic for me.
I heard that.
So I really want to thank you again for sticking around, man. The black community has lost a lot of great people in this past year.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I really appreciate this opportunity to talk with you. Man, shout out to you, Andre, dude. Cheers to you, my guy. Cheers to everybody who tuned in. I'm gonna play these last 13 seconds, man, real quick, and then I'm gonna chop it up with y'all a little bit before I go eat me a burger. And for you to share your knowledge with us today.
All good. Thank you, man.
Thank you, man, and you take good care of yourself. Talk soon.
Peace.
Peace out. All right, yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Like Andre said, this is a legendary interview for me, man. Um, very, 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 very touching, man. Very touching. Thank you, Andre, man. Uh, it's funny that you was born in 95. 95 was the year my ass. Well, it was I was supposed to graduate in 94, man. But yeah, I was too busy out there putting five on it, man. You dig? Anyways, what's good with y'all out there, man? Oh, y'all like that, huh? Captain Earlobe, you was into that, huh? I told y'all, man, I don't just be over here streaming this shit, playing around. I'm out here getting busy. And thanks for tuning in. You dig? Here, let me hit y'all with a stinger one time. Well, clearly my stinger got stuck, but hey, whatever. Hey, man, big love to all y'all out there, man. Thanks for the biddies. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for thanks for uh thanks for checking out this video with me. Thanks for making it all worth it, man. Thanks for making the comeback worth it. You dig? Um, I'm actually gonna cut up that interview some, and make it into a proper video package, and put it up on YouTube and everything, so y'all can tune in and watch it over there. Um, Straight up, man. I hope nobody take this the wrong way. Don't that was like that was that was that was the best interview I ever did, man. Like I said, I ain't taking nothing from anybody else, man, but that was the best interview I have ever done in my whole career, man. Uh, yeah, Andre, it was very heartfelt, dude. Like there was moments where I definitely was tearing up, and I was trying not to let my emotions take over, dude. It's rare. It's very rare that we get to talk to our artistic elders, accomplished artistic elders, and that they're so candid with us, you know. So I consider that a true blessing. You dig? Especially, you know, after the year that we've just had, losing, a lot of our black artistic elders. So I just want to say again, man, I love all y'all, dude. I love all y'all, and that interview right there was from me to y'all. It affirmed yet again for me, my place in the game and who I am in the game. And many times in this journey, I have had moments where I felt like I just felt worthless. You know what I'm saying? So all because of whatever, however life is. Anyways, before I get too emotional and I was back off of that song. What's up with y'all this weekend? Y'all got any big plans out there? Andre, you got some big plans? Y'all got some party plans? Me, I'm going to Illinois, man, and go smoke some legal weed. I haven't smoked weed in almost a month, and that's good. I'm grateful for that too. Shit, I'm grateful for it all, man. The good, the bad, the ugly. You dig? All of it. Hey, family, you amazing, man. Shit, you amazing with all the love, man. Straight up to you too, player. Y'all amazing, man. Coming over here, making a player feel like a real person. Thank you for. Hey, the other thing is that the way the reception y'all gave me after going to treatment both times and everything. Oh, it's hot than a motherfucker here, man. Captain Earlobes, no doubt. It's almost as hot as it is in Texas, but it ain't as humid and shit. But I hear it's supposed to be. Oh man, shout out to you, Future X. Good to see. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Shit, shout out to you. Shout out to Captain Earlobes. Big up to the guy, Andre the Loving Legend, man, out here spreading big love with a big heart. Woo! Shout out to Jay for getting this party going for the guy. Shout out to Jay for keeping the party going. You dig? Man, y'all make me y'all make me feel like somebody, you know? Oh, you going to your best friend's birthday party, man. Shout out to your best friend. It's Gemini season. Shout out to all the Geminis out there. Somebody's birthday was yesterday. I ain't saying who. Anyways, man, uh, I got a hamburger. I got a double decker hamburger on my mind now. Shit, I'm hungry as hell. Um, so I'll be back on Wednesday. Yeah, man, y'all make me feel like somebody, man. Y'all make all my efforts worth it, man. On days, especially like days like today, man. I don't know what's in the air, but your boy having a beautiful one. It's like a 10 up in this motherfucker, man. Not just on in the broadcast. It's like all the way around, man. I'm hella grateful for that. and that's not something that them government drugs can do for me. You understand? But if it worked for you, then more power to you, man, and all the love in the universe to you. So anyways, man, with all that being said and all the love being shared, um, hey, Jay with the motherfucking, in fact, Jay, go live again so I can raid you, bro. Hit me up and let me know when you go live so I can raid you. Man, y'all, thanks for the biddies today, man. Send money, man. Send money. Your boy need money. Money. That way I can go traveling. I can go get me a car and shit. You know what I'm saying? Get me an apartment and everything. You dig? So I can launch here. It's relatively easy to launch here in Iowa, man. I gotta give it that much. That's definitely a pro. Captain Earlobes, man, hit me up, bro, so maybe we'll meet up somewhere in Iowa or something. Somewhere. Wink, wink. Jay, man, hopefully I'll see y'all this weekend. Andre, man, you soak up all that good California sun, man, that good ocean breeze with the sun, homie. You know what I'm saying? With all that being said, man, I love y'all with all my hearts. I got 10 hearts, y'all. That's why I said hearts plural. Anyways, man. Jay with the biddies. Thanks for the biddies, man. All right, y'all. That I'm out now. Okay. Peace.
Stay tuned.